I don't care about the mute button being on. Don't worry about it. Okay, so if you've got whatever this is called, Raynaud syndrome, which is a case of circulatory condition and your fingers turn gray, seen it a million times, haven't you? And you want instant hot water, and you're in a more modern house, which means you have to burn up about 3 gallons of water for the water to get warm. Then you go to the guy from Australia at Lowe's, and he teaches you, like he did me, about this device. Never wait for hot water. Again, I believe the 15,000 gallons of water per year. I believe that, because I have in my time put water heaters under cabinetry to get instant hot water for a sufferer of this dreaded disease, and it is dreaded because it's very painful. Oh, good, there those are. Yay. That didn't come with it. Those were mine. So you get this kit, and you get all these hoses. Now the word on the street is you got to do the hot and cold, read the directions very carefully, and if you want this at different places in the house, you have to get another one of these, which you can get on through these folks. This is like I was showing on the video the other day. I didn't really mention it in the description or title or anything, but I was trying to get my arms around this thing. So you just pop that off, and it tells you off and on, and you can have different parts of the day where it will circulate water to whatever sink you want, and it comes out. It's even quicker than if you had a tankless or tanked water heater under it, they say. We're going to test that theory here pretty soon. I don't know what I'm going to run into, but I did want to talk about this in case others would like to have this system put in. I don't think it was real terribly expensive, but the thing is, the tank water heaters, I have heard, are so crummy now that the sacrificial rod, the anode or whatever they call it, rod, they're just dissolving in like 6 months. And the last one I put in was on December 12th of 12, and it worked for a long time. And I put one in. There's one in a little Titan tank. There's one in my shop. Now, there's no water heater in my shop, so this wouldn't do you any good. You'd have to get a water heater in some sort. You gotta have your own water heater here, is what I'm trying to say. So let's clean this out and see if I got room to do some plumbing back there. But this is one of those you better read it step by step kind of things. Don't know why I keep coming here, because everybody hears something mean to me. Okay, I have flipped the water heater breaker. I thought it was gas, but it's electric. It's a monster too. Wait till you see it. And so get yourself a cloth. And I had a work light here that I left here. See if I can find it. Oh, well, I think you'll find this to be a better thing. Okay, look at that. Is this a metal sink? Nope. No, that works pretty good. Okay, so that's the cold one. That's the hot one. I put these valves in myself, so I have pretty good hope in them. Okay, the water's off. These are off. And I gotta go get some wrenches, but now I got the pressure off the system. So let's just look around, make sure everything's okay and not leaking and whatnot. What a funky way to hold a sink up, I guess. There's all kind of new ways that I don't know about. Let's go get some wrenches. Okay, the weapons of choice have been located, so I guess you don't have to worry about relighting a pilot if you got a gas one. I guess they have self-igniters now, but I don't know about that. Okay, so power and waters. Oh, it doesn't say anything about that. It says start here, but I'm not going to start there. Let's move to disconnect the cold and close both hot. Okay, just did that. For greatest effect, valve should be located. Okay, this can be determined sink. Okay. Don't use Teflon tape, it says. And let's see if we can find. I'll do better with pictures. So here's a picture of the installation. And see, this one's the hot's on the left, so we have to keep that in mind. And the thing says right there on it, you know, hot and cold. UL approved. Wish my stove was. Hot in, hot out. Cold in, cold out. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do here, and turn it down a little bit. Okay. So it's very obvious. You go from the valve to the horizontal and from the vertical ones up. It's gonna be a little tricky with this thing in the way, but that'll be okay. Ooh, it's making it all wavy gravy, isn't it? Okay. So let's do that thing. Now, how can you do that wrong? I don't even understand. Oh, I see what they're saying. Okay. So when you put this, ooh, well, it says not this way. I may not have that opportunity because, and I'm not real sure you have to. Oh, well, maybe this can be done that way. I don't think I'm going to try to mount this thing. It'll be all right. Everybody's different on that. Let's plumb this thing up. It's just, I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute. So there's what you get. You get the two hoses and adapters. And let's put the cover back on this so I don't step on it and break it. Pro tip here, always make sure all your seals are everywhere. Make sure all your rubber seals are in place, because a little water goes a long way and you don't want any errors. So I'm going to have to use these adapters, but just make sure everything's in place. Do not over tighten. Just like I was saying the other day on my PEX video, build whatever it is you can at your hands at an easy place and then push it back. I would, tighten these up to the preferred thing, and then leave these a little loose because you might want to use this curve to your advantage. So I got the hot water disconnected, and I always just do one at a time. So I got that tight and this loose, and I'm getting ready to hook it up. And let's go ahead and get the cold one off now that I've got the hot one on. I just found it better in life to just do one at a time, and then you won't have to be scratching your head later. Why is the hot water coming out of the cold water and all that other stuff? So sometimes these will fight you a little bit, not much. Like that powder-coated crescent wrench. Forgeton USA. 8-inch, baby. So I like that powder coating on the end of the tools. It's just gets that rough edge off, and it don't get sticky. So let's see if any water comes out of that. Nope, but it's sure spring-loaded, ain't it? Okay, and this ought to be pretty simple. I'm not going to keep you with me. Oop, I'll do it and then show you. Okay, I've checked and double-checked everything. It's taken me literally 15 minutes. So your flexible hose goes to your hot main valve, main stem valve, and goes down to your side, and then all that other stuff. This is the cold water. Luckily, there's a pretty good amount of flexibility under here, even with this lovely incinerator. And boy, somebody did a nice job putting that in. Boy, it's really good work there, not dripping or anything. So I got those valves off. I will go around the world one more time and look once again at your little valve right here, and make sure you're cold, cold, hot, 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 hot. Alrighty, let's turn wavy gravy light off. And so I'm just going to kind of leave it like that. I'm going to wipe off all your connections so you can see if they got a drip to them later. Don't want a false positive here. You don't want a Chinese COVID test now, do you? Okay. All right. Those valves are off. So now we're going to move to the water heater. And so that calls for going back a page. Okay, and this is not so demonstrative about the flow direction, but it is on here. They generally are. Generally that one would be the Eni, because it goes in the middle, and there's probably doesn't matter what's in there, but some kind of, I forget what they call it, a wheel of some kind. Used to have trouble with those on the lake all the time, pumping out pontoons. So there's your little arrow saying this is your Audi, and there's your flow right there. So anyway, let's go out to the garage now. Get my hair back. I think the homeowner doesn't think I'm very funny, but you know, it doesn't want to be a little camera shy. It's okay. So this is a gigantic heater. Look there, it's like the spaceship at the beginning of Spaceballs. Man, that is a giant. Don't tell you how many gallons it is, don't matter. Okay, so generally this is your hot side, because see there's a valve right there. That's generally on your cold side. You can see the blue and the red right there. So I'm going to take this whole apparatus off here. It doesn't look like they went to any great shakes putting it on there so I can see what I got. Now if this is hard plumbing, it's not going to be good, but I don't know yet. Let's find out. So you can see they got the pretty flexible pipe there. I've got PEX. That looks like 1-inch PEX. I don't know. Probably going to be okay with that. I don't know yet. I would think that I would be. Be careful with these. If you want to try to relieve the pressure, you can. Remember, if you mess with these, sometimes they start leaking, and it just gets real ugly. So I've got this. Actually, I have all the PEX tools a man ever needed. I didn't think to bring them, but I might just go get them later if this doesn't work out. So that's a 3/4 MPT, I think it is, if I remember. So don't have the pretty flex pipe. Too bad. Well, there she is. And I got her as tight as I can get her. Let's take this back off again. I don't think that would I prefer to probably cut a couple inches off that? Yeah, probably. It's long enough back there. I don't see it as a problem. But I'll bring my PEX tool. I'll probably shorten it tomorrow. So sometimes that gloss on there fakes you out, makes it look like water. So let's get this off again, and I'll show you. So that's real tight. Now I got a little pro tip for you here in a second. When you're doing this thing, when you're taking the original pipe, this pipe off the water heater fitting, which I have learned it means universal water heater fitting. When you're spinning off the nuts off these things, make sure you're not turning this part right there. There you go, focus, thank you. And there's rubber gaskets in these, make sure they're there. And it wasn't even that hard to get started, so that's, let's tighten that up a little bit more. Okay, I feel the rubber crushing. But we're going to check all this out. And here in a minute. So there it is. And there's a plug way over there. I don't know if there's a plug anywhere else, but I'll get a drop cord. So let's make sure this thing is just on. We're just going to turn it on, and then we'll set the time here. And just set the time, and it tells you right here when they're up, they're off, and when they're like that, they're on. It's all pretty simple. And it moves pretty good, just like Christmas light stuff. But I'm just going to turn it on for now. I tell you what, let's turn it off. Let's get all the water back on, then we'll turn it on. And it's called an impeller. I remembered it after I turned the camera off, of course. So let's leave that off because I want to measure that with my micrometer and see what it is. I'm not sure what it is. PEX kind of fakes me out sometimes. So let's get down and get it plugged in and see what goes on. We'll turn the water on and get things going. Wish I had my FLIR with me. I didn't think about it. You could see the, you've probably seen enough of that thing here lately. But you can just put your hand on it. I'll tell you if it's warm. Okay. So once again, just for my records, model 500, 800. So there you go. I'm tired already. All right, let's get it plugged in. Don't move your ladder around with a wrench on it because it makes a lot of nasty, rackety noise. So I do certainly hope that that thing don't leak. But I've changed enough of those in my day. Okay, and once again, you might want to drain your tank now and then, but if you decide to do that, got to turn everything off, you know, and blow it out till the end to get the sand and stuff out of it, and then blow it out with fresh water, because what I've seen happen is these valves get grit in them and then they'll drip. So you just got to watch that. We're just about at showtime here. Concerned water heater, nothing. This thing is quiet. It's very quiet. That little bit of a hum you hear is that thing running. I hear it circulating. That's the air in the system getting flushed out. Okay, so we're going to just leave that on. I don't think we're going to get near enough air in there to be a problem. It's just going to be a couple of bubbles now come out. So we'll set that timer for whatever is desired later on. Let's just let it run now. And it's been told to me, I asked the question, it takes 1 minute. I don't know how many gallons of water that is whenever you want hot water at this sink to get hot water. So let's just blow. There's some test that says you can run. Let me go get that piece of paper. There's some test that says you can run. But my hope is that in just a few, we will get hot water instantly as advertised. Okay, we're going to run this thing 15 minutes and got hold of one of them. Looks like it's been dropped, but it's working fine. So I did this test here, and it checked out. Now, I don't know how many gallons per minute this thing runs, but it could be you got it. Of course, in different situations, I would imagine if you're a real long way away, you'd have to probably run it 30 minutes before it really actually functioned. So, and like I say, this pipe I know is going through concrete and everything else. And that's, and unless it just, crickets. That reminds me of how many views I get on my YouTube channel. Oh, stop. Oh, I hit can't, oh, there we go. Okay, so, ready? Okay, let's find out. And that's hot. Well, it's coming out. Oops. Now, talking about compromising, huh? Well, that's better than I thought. Yeah, there you go. I think that's going to, look at it going up. And it's, now, it was literally 60 seconds to get warm water. And we've got that thing on 160 out there, I think, or 150 probably. And it's just, that is good. So what I'm gonna do here is, I'm gonna see how hot it gets. And then I'm gonna turn it off for a little bit more time. I don't know. Well, seems to be fine. I can feel it steaming and everything. Let's see how hot it gets. We're at 130. I guess you can see that out on here. Stunning visuals I do. That's okay, that's about it because it went down a little bit. Okay, so let's turn that off. and give it a little time, and we'll see. But I think that's pretty much it. I think it's going to be fine. So it was warmish, but like I say, let me show you how far away it is, and I'll kind of measure it with my steps like I do. So this is our source for where we want it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then you got to go out here. Now I know they might have had this thing plumbed as the bird flies. 15, so it's like 30 feet. And to make it out here. So I think it's fine. And that's a long way to go underground. Now like I say, it could be shorter or further run of hot water to that sink. I mean, they might have a manifold somehow buried under here or something where it goes off to there's a bathroom way over there and a bathroom way over there. And I know it takes a long time to get hot water to either one of those places. So let's give this a little time, and I'll wait for a report later. I'm not gonna close this one out yet. Let's just let this thing settle in. I don't need that. It's okay. I appreciate it though. Okay, I don't know. It's been 15-20 minutes. Let's see. It should just come out of here hot. Yep. It doesn't take it any time at all to climb. So that's success, because we got to purge the water out from where that valve is. See, in this amount of time, you're already about 90-something hundred. So 15 minutes. No, see, there you go. It's just shooting right up there. I think that's a wrap. And the water was turned off for a while, and it's not leaking. But that, turn your valve on and off and let it sit for half an hour, and go, then you got a leak somewhere. And if you get big puddles of water, you got a leak somewhere. So we're going to turn the water off, leave the valve on, let it keep circulating. But I think in that amount of time it would have been cold. So anyway, okay, cool, or warm. Like I said before, having the hot water going to wherever the, I don't know, my goodness, going to the manifold. Well, I can't do that, but has helped everything. I know that the back bathroom got it in 15 seconds as opposed to what, a minute or something back there. So let's try this one. This one takes forever. I mean, you could listen to a Beatles song. Let's do it like that. I'll just tell you, you'll have to believe me. I'm telling you, literally more than a minute. I'm looking at my timer on my screen here. Oh, my wet shark. Well, not so much, I guess. Hey, it just got warm right when I said the bad words. That's probably twice as fast. Wow, that's already scorching hot. Well, that's at least twice as fast. Okay. Let's see if I can get this grumpy old homeowner to give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, guys. A thumbs up. Thank you. Be sure and subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. That's a wrap. That's good. And in summation, that water thing is just great. I got a report this morning that they are just thrilled to pieces. Can't believe it. I don't know how much the thing is. Your prices may vary. So I would recommend it highly. Might want to get a plumber to put it in, but I would say that's really something. So check this out. This is a thick metal box, and as you can see, it's full of lawyers. That's right. So I'm going to go into this a little bit later on. But talking about hot water, I got this new little coffee set to decorate my little metal box that upset some people. Get upset, stay that way, I don't care. But this lovely gift here. This is actually a thing. And if you've never seen these, this is a percolator. And you put your coffee in there and your water down there and it percolates around in it. And it tastes like hell. It's really bad. I don't like percolated coffee. My grandmother used to drink it and be puke. And she, I don't know how you keep your top of your head on. But if you ever deal with these, you'll see there's a little lip right there. And you just have to remember, I usually try to point it toward the front. When I used to use these a long time ago, I've got another one, but it's all gone. And Sean says to always don't ever clean them. Just let them build up what they call character, or something else. He calls it some other word. But that's a real nice, heavy little unit, and I'm happy to have it. So that's a very lovely, decorative thing. And believe it or not, if you do this, if you have metal cups in a stove, if you keep it right on the back corner, right on the corner like that, carefully, it'll keep your drink hot. It's kind of cool, kind of warm. So seasoned, that's the word that he used. It's seasoned, also known as unclean. So anyway, we're going to go into this outside, okay? So once again, give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and we'll talk more about stoves later on. Still working on the Redneck Riviera out there. Got that spa thing going, but how cold is it? It's 38 right now. Just about right. A little too warm for me.